All right, Coach, a little more than halfway through the conference season. Just kind of assess the first half, looking back on it now.
Well, we've had some good weekends, and we've had some weekends where we've done some things that we need to address and need to do better and make improvements. So, we started out early with Rice and FAU, and you're not going to find too many better programs, not only this year but historically, and both those are definite regional teams, and both those teams are probably going to have a chance to be probably a 2 seed, probably the way that they've been playing and the way that their non-conference schedules are. FAU, if they keep grinding through it, they may end up being a 1 seed somewhere. I know they don't have a facility that's capable from a seeding standpoint to be able to host a regional, but they'll probably end up somewhere in Florida, the state of Florida, and depending on what their final RPI is, they may end up being a 1 seed somewhere too. So just have to see. We got Middle Tennessee this weekend, and shoot, they've been beating a lot of people on the weekends. And they also beat Tennessee on Tuesday this weekend, a midweek game. So got a lot of respect for them. It's going to be another tough weekend. As we talk about, every weekend is difficult, but it's going to be another tough weekend. But it's going to be good to be at home. We haven't been home for a while. Our guys are excited to be at home. Got a lot of things going on this weekend with softball being on national TV and the track and field event going on, and then the spring football game being at night on Saturday night. So just excited about getting a chance to play. We pretty much have approached it the same way all year. Try to win the game in front of you on Friday, try to win the next game on Saturday, and try to take each weekend for what it's worth and do the best we can each and every weekend.
If you can, break down kind of offense, defense, pitching, how happy you are with each of those kind of segments so far.
At times we've been real happy with different segments.
Right.
We just haven't really consistently put everything together, for 3 straight days. We had a really good series against Louisiana Tech, who was playing well when they came in here and played really well after they left here. And I thought we played very well for that 2 days because we had a doubleheader in there. But just haven't really found that consistency. Some of it's youth, some of it's needing more options in certain situations, whether it's pitching wise or position player wise. Some of it's just some guys need to play a little bit better. Some of it's situations we need to do a little bit better job of coaching. So it's all kind of tied into one. Again, I don't think you can just put your finger on one thing and say, hey, here's the one thing we got to do to get better. It's kind of a multifaceted deal, and our guys continue to show up and work. Our guys continue to show up and compete. The other thing that we've done is we've played a really good, aggressive non-conference schedule too. So, when you're playing quality games in the middle of the week, that sometimes deletes or has an effect on your pitching depth at times. But we're kind of at the back end of our non-conference schedule now, and we're looking forward again to playing Middle this weekend. This
is kind of time of year where injuries pop up. It's raining outside now. Weather comes into play.
It always rains.
Right. How do you deal with adjusting literally week by week?
Next guy up.
Yep.
And again, we don't put out an injury report. We don't put out. It's the next guy up. He needs to play. We've dealt with those situations really for the last couple of years. We're not going to make a huge issue out of it. It is what it is. Next guy up, and it provides opportunities for other guys in the program. And we have moved a lot of guys around. We've got a lot of guys that are maybe not really ready to play yet, that are having to play or to pitch, that probably need another 6 to 9 months to a year of development time before they legitimately have a chance to play at this level. But again, it is what it is. We're going to do the best job that we can managing our roster and managing the guys that are available to play.
And that fits in with what you've been saying lately. Really all year, we're not lowering the standards. Nothing's changing. No. It's the same thing.
And again, I'm getting fired up here because we're a very competitive team. We're used to being successful. We're used to winning a lot of games. We're used to doing things at a very high level, and that's going to happen. We need to play better this weekend than we played last weekend. We need to try to continue to mature as a team and as a program and play with more consistent effort and more consistent execution, and that's going to happen. We're just going to keep grinding. Hopefully we get a decent practice in today if it stops raining and be ready to go on Friday.